Yo, what up? Welcome back to another episode of Red Zone in the Lab. That's RITL, pronounced Riddle. I am Deuce, Deuce. What's good, man? Day one, officially. I am Deuce, Day one, officially. Training camp is here. I'm excited. Bro, I am so pumped up, bro. I am so pumped up for the season, man. I'm so pumped up. Like all the content that was flooding the timeline. That you see, like, did y'all see that haze on the videos of the field? Like that haze out there? Man, I can't wait, man. Can't wait to be there. I'm absolutely excited, man. Happy NFL season. This is the time to put down all the tabloids. Stop reading them. It's time now. Today, we're going to go over some news and notes from what we saw from training camp day one. We're going to get right into it right after this, man.
Man, we've been waiting a long time for this, baby. Red Zone in the Lab. Commanders. It's time. Let's get it, homie.
Yo, what up? Let's get right to it, man. No, Terry McLaurin is not there. He is not there. He's officially was put on the do not report list. So it is real, my people. It is real. Terry McLaurin is holding out. Let's get right to it, man. Let's chop it up. Be real quick with it. Let's see what we got first. Let's see what we got. So Dan Quinn's presser. Another good job, right? They talked about Jaden Leap from one year to another, and the reporter asked him, like, is that just a skill that he has, or that's something that you learn, right? Because what we saw from Jaden Daniels last year is that he progressed every week. He progressed every week, right? From what we saw week one to what we saw during the injury, which is mid-season, to what we saw in the playoffs, with three progressive stages of Jaden Daniels. And we could get into the nuance of it about the game and, like what that actually entails, the detail of it. But you can see the progressions. Because there were some things that he did week one where, I was like, okay, he's a rookie, right? He'll be able to, he'll get that, right? He'll be able to lock in the offseason and he'll be better at that next year. Mitch, was good, my guy. Appreciate you, man, for coming through for sure. Right? But like those same things that we said, we saw week one, he's a rookie. He came right out against one of the best defensive coordinators of all time, best defensive play callers of all time. Give him some time. He going to get it. Right? Give him the offseason. He see a lot, learn a lot, blah, 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 blah. Bruh, next thing you know, week three come, and you already see how he's progressed, how he's corrected certain things that he was doing week 1, and you saw it week 3. And not like just for that time only, but it continued throughout the year. Like you'll see little thing he needs to get better at this, blah, blah, and he'll get right to it and fix it. And Dan mentioned this, I think, yesterday when talking about him and Mikey Sainristil, because the same thing with Mikey. We saw the early struggles he was having week 1 and was it week 2 in the slot, and also week 4. I think he played more on the slot, and you saw the struggles of him on the boundary. But every week you saw Mikey Sainristil get better and gain more confidence. What's up, John? JD learns every week, product of the VR. He is revolutionizing its use. What's up, Bo? How you feeling, man? And that's true. It's like the virtual, like when we first heard about it last off season, you start, when you learn about certain new things you haven't really heard about, so you want to check around. Other teams do use it, but no one uses it as much as he has used it. Coming from LSU to here, and that's helped them. It's helped them a lot because you say it's even faster than real life. So that's helped him. And that's another, like, if you want to look at pluses, like, you should be able to find pluses when it comes to Josh Harris and his ownership group. But if you can't find one, I'm going to give you one now. The same company that manufactured the VR at LSU is the same company that we hired. So Jaden can continue what he was doing at LSU. He knows all the little whatever. You didn't have to find a cheaper company, whatever the case may be. It's the same company. So that speaks volumes to Josh Harris. If you needed that. You shouldn't have needed that, but if you needed that, there you go. Outlaw, left hand up. How you feeling, man? Appreciate you for coming through. Of course, they talk about the Terry negotiations with him, but one thing I do want to, when it talks about Terry, right? When it talks about Terry and with Dan Quinn and Jaden Daniels, when they talked about him not being here, right? And him being away from the team, both of them made it a point that to let us know that they're not concerned about him being ready when he gets here, or implementing him into the offense when he gets here. And Dan Quinn mentioned it's not like he's a rookie or someone new to the team. He's been here a whole year, so he knows how things operate, right? He understands the terminology that Cliff has. He understands the way Jaden moves, the way Jaden do things. So him coming back, whenever he comes back, he might be behind a little, but it's not going to be a big deal. And James like, look, we have chemistry. We worked in the off season. So that chemistry is still going to be there. And yes, like Dan Quinn, you want everyone there. You want everyone a part of the installs, especially the new installs. But believe it, like Terry is here. Like he's in the DMV, right? It was pictures going around him coming from the yoga this morning. And I honestly believe that these players talk to each other. I mean, Jaden said, yeah, we got a relationship off the field. You can't stop that. You can't put a bug on Jaden. I'm sure Jaden is like, hey, look, we got this new install for Clay. Look, he's probably going to his house after practice and running those new installs. He probably got 15 players in his backyard doing stuff that they was doing that day of practice. That's how much confidence I have that this deal get done. That's how much confidence I have. It has helped destroy the usual lazy narrative of one read quarterbacks. You can watch his progressions fast. He diagnoses very quickly, which is true. Carlton, how you feeling, my buddy? West Coast. You see, Bobby is a minority owner with Seattle Storm. That's on your side. No worry on Terry missing time. He has picked up new offense, a new quarterback, one right after another. He has shined. Perfect comment. Absolutely right. I think Jaden will be better at process. Yeah, he's going to be better. He gets better at like everything that he does. And he mentioned it today that, you know, some of the things that he worked on in the offseason was footwork, keeping his eyes downfield. Those things were very important. And we saw the struggles with those all last year. He get a happy feet sometimes. And look, you can give me reasons why, right? All right, cool. I'm not going to argue reasons why, but that was the case. And he understood it. Cliff understood it. So that's something that they wanted to work on. And I'm sure he worked on it a ton this offseason. I like how when they talked about the players getting better from one year to the next, especially the younger players, you know, taking that leap, developing, improving. Dan Quinn pushed it right back and say, yes, that's true. That needs to happen with players, but also the coaches. The coaches, positional coaches, coordinators, all of those guys, like you have to develop too. You have to work on your craft. You have to work on how do you approach the game? How do you approach coaching these players? You should be fine-tuning that also every year. We should see a progression from year to year with coaches also. We should see the drills that you believe were effective last year, and we should see some new drills that you learned over the offseason, or how to make what you already doing better. We should see that with the coaches too. So along with player development, not only is the player fully responsible for getting better and working on their craft away from the field in the offseason, staying in shape, doing drills. You know, we put out a bunch of cut-ups and all that of players working out, but also the coaches, right? It's twofold. It's more on the players for sure, but also the coaches, right? Because you can't be teaching the same stuff you taught last year if the player is progressed from that, right? If you teaching kickback as an offensive line coach to the same player, they come back and their kickback is so much stronger than last year, then what's next? You don't just say, oh, yeah, good job. You learned the kickback. No, it's more to it. Now kick back with the opposite leg. Kick shovel, kick side. Like all of those different things matter. You should be progressing also as a head coach. Oh, Sam Cosmi. I think that was huge. He got hurt in the divisional game, ACL. So we heard Dan in the offseason doing, I think, phase 3 of OTAs that he was progressing good. He was alone, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know, like, all right, cool. Like for me, I was thinking bye week maybe. Start the season on IR. But he's starting training camp on a pup list. And then Dan said it's on the table that he's ready week 1. Like, whoa, hold up. Week 1? Right? So like, whoa, that'd be 8 months. And I know technology has changed, and it's probably more so you get out what you put in. So if you're putting in that work, to get back and to get healthy, then you'll be rewarded. So I think that's what's going to be. I think that's what we're seeing here. So I think if he's ready to go, he's ready to go. One thing we know about Dan, that he's always on the side of caution dealing with injuries in his players, right? If it's 2 to 4 weeks, he's looking more so to the 3rd and 4th week because he wants to make sure. And I love that from our head coach. I love that he cares about the players, and I love that he's taking that onus away from them because as players, you want to be out there. So if you can move a little bit, you're going to push yourself to be out there. So that's why you need head coaches to step in when a player is injured and shouldn't be out there and say no, right? I ain't got to bring up that old. I'm just saying. That's what you want, right? Yep, it was massive news, surprise to all of us. Banger. Then we see him out there walking, getting in there, you know, rehabbing and all that. So I am absolutely excited about that. Let's just go through a few things, man. What's up, James? How you feeling, man? Appreciate you for chopping. Look, I ain't gonna be here too much longer, man. A few more minutes. This is just some lunchtime talk to go over officially day one. Felix Tremor's gonna be here tomorrow during lunchtime. We're gonna talk about day one and day two, so can't wait to get him in there. That's okay. I don't think he does anything. I think he's just a camp batter. I ain't worried about Tavon, whatever his name is. KJ is in the building. You heard he's one of him and more. Dan Quinn mentioned at the presser today. So yeah. Shout out to KJ Osborne. Let's see what's next. The ramp up period. I like that. Dan Quinn said it'll be 3 days. It's gonna be a ramp up days, and he said they started off in the red zone today because they're shorter distance, like they just getting back. You don't want long runs because when they catch the ball, they run the entire field or whatever to simulate what they want to do during a regular game. So he kind of takes that away from them from doing that, and he did a lot of red zone work. He said a couple days and with nothing on, 2 days in shells, just the shell, not the actual shoulder pads, and then the rest shoulder pads. So July 29th, the second day that it was just Monday that's open to the fans, they're going to be in shoulder pads. So glad about that. The first O-liner day. Now listen, like this is going to change throughout training camp. I think they're going to work certain people in. When you look at these first lineups, first guys come off with a drill. Like today, I think the kid Moore was getting first receiver reps. Jacoy Brooks was like he had a great day today, was getting wide receiver one look. So, and then the offensive line, they had Tunsil, Coleman, Biadish, Allegretti, and Wiley, right? So, and Connolly is coming with the second unit. So he's going to have to fight for it. He's going to have to earn it. I like that. I like this from the team. So we're going to see where he's at. And this is the thing. Debo looked great. Like Debo looked really, really great, man. Von Miller. Oh my goodness. Like Von Miller working with Ryan Kerrigan. Come on, man. Working with Ryan Kerrigan. Oh, and another thing, Frankie Louvu was reported. Frankie Louvu, and we saw this, like we saw Frankie Louvu working with Ryan Kerrigan in the offseason, the different phases of mini camp, and he was after practice staying and working with Ryan Kerrigan. So we found out today that during the positional drills, he's been working with the edge rushers since minicamp on the positional drills. So like when we think about who's going to be that guy, it may be Louvu. Like I think we forget about the pressures that he brought last year. Louvu just might be that guy that's going to get us pressures and help create for the other guys. So that's something to keep an eye out on. Because I think the first lineup that went out there for the D lineman, I think it was Louvu, Miller, Newton, and Payne. Like I don't think that's going to be the starter, but just having those guys out there, it's like, whoa, I like that. Like it gives you something to be, excited and confident. About. Yep, Jacoy Brooks made some news. Yep. The Giants do it. You can see it on that Pick 6 video. What's up, Unc? How you feeling, man? Who the O-line merchant? Oh, yeah. You here. Yep. What's up, Jones? That's what I'm talking about. What's up, Gerald? Appreciate you for tapping in for sure, man. That D-line rotation just got so much better. Like that, they was mentioning when they looking at it, it's so much bigger now. And that's was the issue last year. We was really small, especially in depth pieces and on the edges. But now we're much, much bigger now, which is going to help us out a lot. I mean, they said Kinlaw just bull rushed Coleman, and you know how big Coleman is, right? So the run game, specifically the run defense, I'm confident that we're going to be much better. I'm confident, man. Yep, it's scary, man. Big Simp, what's up? We lit. What's good, man? How you feeling, Big Simp? And get used to, because when we listening to the pressers, you hearing voices that you don't know, you haven't heard before. there are a lot of new beat reporters and a lot of national people on our beats now. So kind of get used to that. What else we got? Noah Brown. Talked about Noah Brown yesterday. And if you and look, listen, check the shorts out. Right, I have a lot of shorts on the channel. Check those out for the last couple of weeks. There's a lot of good content and information on those. Get those a listen. Check those out. And if you want to be a part of the Red Zone Lab community on YouTube, it's $2.99 per month. It helps me out a lot. Like prepare for you all and give you all the best quality that I possibly can. And also, like, you know, about our Commander store, we sell Commander's gear. You get 15% off. You know, you get little perks here and there. Like when we do giveaways every year. We're going to be doing more this year. You'll be first preview to those. So if that's something that you want to do, please check that out. Noah Brown. So obviously he did have an injury, but no one talks about it. No one know what it is. They didn't disclose it. Even Dan didn't disclose the date, but he said he's going to be here. He's going to ramp up, you know, but he wasn't on a pup list or any of that. So he's a full participant. But just like you said, other players too, they're going to ramp up as time goes, practice a couple of days, don't practice this day. You know, so he did have some type of injury. But we saw the video that was put out a couple of days ago of him. So I love that. That was great for him. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of him. And like Dan said, look, some of these guys is kind of banged up. You know, we just found out yesterday that Senate has shoulder surgery, right? We found out Quan Martin at the draft party, he had two shoulder surgeries. So like a lot of those type players you see on and off as the training camp goes on. So, but I'm glad to be able to have Noah Brown there. Like Dan said, you got to keep these players from themselves. Amos and Lattimore started at the 7-on-7 and outside drills, right? I think that's going to be interchangeable. This whole Mikey thing is going to be interesting, man. Like, I think we got good depth this year. We got good players at positions this year. I'm excited to see those guys out there. Way better. That might the cornerback room might be the biggest jump from last year to this year. The cornerback room. What's up, Gerald? Gerald says interior D-line pressure is key for us to get this defense head in the right direction, force them quarterbacks to drop back around the ends. Depot out here, route guy. They got shifted. Yeah, they said JCM had a good day today too, man. They said he had a good day today too. They see his quickness and the speed. Even Jalen Lane, he was fielding punts. They said his speed. It was like, oh wow, it's like amazing watching him. Probably because he's so quick, he moves so fast. So I'm excited to see that guy, what he's able to do. Man, Laremy Tunsil was huge. Like he looked like he already had shoulder pads on. You see that guy? My goodness. And he had on a protective helmet, so it made him look even bigger. Bro, the D-line is bigger and the offensive line is way bigger. I can't wait to see the trenches, man. Yes, it feels so good to have depth, man, for sure. I can't wait to see the trenches, man, like for sure, real talk. What else we got? Oh, boy. Ken Law looking good out there. I think it's very good that Laremy Tunsil, like, for him to be a top 10, one of the best tackles this generation, he's also a humble guy, right? He was at practice early, before practice, out there with Bobby Johnson, right? Like, he's going to be the best O-lineman, so you want to make sure you have a great relationship with your offensive line coach. They was out there early before practice just going over stuff. Probably how he liked doing stuff, because you want to, like, certain people get that grace. How do you like doing this? Do you like doing, blah, blah, blah. So that's big for us. That's big for us. He did, bro. You got to see it. Matter of fact, I'm going to show it to you. Hold up. Let me show you. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me show you so y'all can know what I'm talking about. And I'm about to get out of here in a little bit, y'all. But let me show y'all. This dude huge, man. Look at this dude. Look at this. I don't know if you can see it. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, this is a little better picture. Look at this dude, man. This dude is massive. He is massive, bro. He is massive, man. That guy's huge, bro. The way he was looking out there, he was huge, man. What else we got? Yeah, so it was good, man. Not too much. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, Facebook, because I'm gonna post out a lot of the video clips from the press conference later today. I'm excited to see that. Frankie Louvu is looking good. So I'm excited, man. Marshawn Lattimore was out there. I mean, he did get beat once, right? You know what I'm saying? But him being out there is great. Like, he ain't walking the sidelines. So he's looking pretty healthy. So I'm excited about that because we get 80% of the elite Marshawn Lattimore, the top 10, top 5 Marshawn Lattimore. I think that's going to make this defense that much better. Yep, Brace Earn. That's right. He looks like he's ready to travel to. Oh my gosh, arrest that man. He gonna be bullying. Yeah, trench work is the best. Trench work is the best work. What he does, he like Godzilla out there. Like, I ain't gonna cap. He look like Godzilla out there, man. But we get a little bit of that. I think we're gonna be in great position. What else? Yeah, man. So this is just a little quick from training camp today. Definitely like what we saw out there today. The press conferences were great today. Bobby Wagner, he spoke. Of course, Jaden did. That kid is so humble, man. I like how he was saying how he don't really like let stuff get to his head because of the close-knit people around him, like his small group, like they keep him humble. And one of those people is his mom, like keeping him humble. And you need that as a young rising superstar. Like, you need that foundation built. Also, like when they asked him about having Von Miller in the building, you know, compared to Bobby Wagner, he was like, well, man, Bobby Wagner has a real close relationship. Obviously, I don't have that yet with Von, but, you know, I'm looking for that to be able to get the norm, to know about the quarterbacks he played with, the Super Bowls that he won. Like, how did they approach the game? What are some things they did during the week? Because remember, Bobby Wagner told him to do that in the offseason when they broke. Go out there, go find people, go talk to people. What made them successful? What made them not successful? Create relationships. And that's what he did, and he's still doing. I love this kid, man. Cole Turner was first guy on the field. I forgot he was on. Yeah, he's been hanging around. Him and Kaz Island. Like, them two dudes been hanging around, bro. Yep, I love it. Appreciate it, John. And who was this Tate Martin? We picked 6'3" practice squad guy, came from Sanford. Yeah, that John was talking about earlier. I don't really know too much about him. We'll see. Like, we had an open roster spot, and you want to make sure all those spots are filled because you don't want to overwork players that are there. So, you know, you bring in people when you don't have certain people. So if Noah Brown is like on a snap count, Terry's not there. So you want to bring in another wide receiver to be able to take up the bulk of those snaps. But yeah, man, listen, I appreciate y'all for topping in for lunch, man. Quick 30 minutes. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate your time. For you spending it with me, absolutely appreciate it. Remember, do it because you love it, not because it loves you. One beat, one sound, one heart, one love.
Man, we've been waiting a long time for this, baby. Red Zone in the lab. Commanders. It's time. Let's get it, homie.